This is the sleeping episode.
Wake up.
Hey, wake up, everybody. Welcome back to Chronic Nonsense, the podcast that gets you get going on the party time.
The podcast.
Guys, you're listening to Chronic Nonsense. You're not ready for it. And
You're listening to the podcast.
And it's right in your ears and getting out, gone around it.
Getting gone. This is the podcast where you're going to want to get gone. Crispy.
That was Empty Bucket kicking. Guys, I'm so happy to be back. I'm not talking to you, by the way. I'm talking
angry.
to the audience. All right. Why are you angry? Do you want to talk about it?
No, I don't. Why are you happy to be back?
Oh, man, because I just got off of vacation. You had a great episode. I'm sorry I couldn't be here last time.
Yeah, first of all, where did you meet that guy? Because RJ John podcast does not seem to know anything about podcasts, I feel like.
You know, I just thought he'd be a good guest. I thought he was entertaining in the way that he talked, and I was like, you know what? He'd be good for you to... I think you guys would have a great chemistry, and you did. I listened to the show. A little long, but... It was a little short.
Yeah. All right. Well, fair enough. Yeah. So how was, do you want to talk about your trip? Do you want to talk about your trip? Do you want to talk about your trip? Would you like to talk about...
I'm back.
Have you considered talking about your trip? Have you talked about your trip yet?
I haven't talked about my trip with you or with...
Or anybody, really.
There's been no need. Guys, I went to Michigan.
Michigan, I've heard of it.
The Upper Peninsula of Michigan is a beautiful, beautiful state of mind I was in when I was there.
Stone cold.
Stone cold Steve Austin. Gonna get in the lake.
Get in. Get up.
Yeah, I was in Michigan visiting family for a week, and it was a great time. I had a good one time, and now I'm back, and now things are sad again.
Sad again, bad again.
Sad again, the Russian guy. What's his name?
Sadigan Putin?
Sadigan Putin. I was thinking Radagast. That's what I was getting at. That's
Sadigan the Brown?
I was in Michigan, and man, do you know what a deer fly is?
A deer fly, that's a fly that's bigger, but
a deer.
But not as big. It's bigger than a fly, but smaller than a horse. Fly.
That's all. Yes.
Yeah.
It is one of those. They got like antenna that kind of look like antlers, I think, and that's why they're called that.
That's crazy.
But they're the same as horse flies, basically, in that they suck blood. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew that about horse flies. I didn't know that about deer flies.
I didn't know that horse flies suck blood. I thought
really
they were
mean.
Just the worst. I thought they were just the worst bugs because they were like, I'm gonna fuck around, go bite.
Yeah.
I thought that's what
At
they
least
said.
they're doing it for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah. At least they want my blood.
What if they didn't need the blood to they didn't eat it? It's not like a nutritional thing. It's actually bad for them. They just do that. They're just like, well, I'm going to suck it anyway.
Sucking blood's fun. I want to be a vampire fly.
Yeah, they have like a religion. It's like a cult where they're all like, oh, we got to suck blood. There's like one that doesn't want to, and he's like ostracized.
Please don't make me suck blood. I want to be the fly that fucks. Fucks women.
And they're like, we do that too. It's just
we just want
to suck blood. He's like, yeah, but
I'm a fly. Yeah, well, there were lots of those this year, so that made my time a little less enjoyable.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Because, I mean, it's just seasonal things up there with the bugs, because it's nice and cool. The weather's nice and temperate. So every organism and being likes being there, including all the mosquitoes that you can imagine. I got ate the fuck up. My legs were a goddamn nightmareosaurus, the dinosaur. And it was a wretched time. Just kidding, I had a great time.
Yeah, the best.
My dog got in the water. Have you ever seen a dog get in water?
Yeah.
There's nothing...
If the dog wants to be in that water, it's good.
There's nothing to do.
Was that the first time he's
That was the first time. You know how
jumped into a boy water?
he was
water boy.
the first time he was the water boy starring Adam Sandler.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was interesting because you know how I think I said on this podcast that he's afraid of random things like open cabinets and hallways for some reason, and just like, you know, chairs that are there. Legit,
Yeah,
like he's just like not about that.
That's
but
good.
As soon as I was like, all right, I let him play with my parents' dog, and as soon as he jumped in the water, he's like, that's not scary at all, and just jumped right on in. I didn't think he was going to do that at all.
Well, that's fun.
It was a grand old time, man. Hey, man.
Grand old time, man.
It was a grand time. How was your time in Michigan? What'd you say?
It was pretty good.
Excuse me, could you repeat that?
It was pretty good.
Did you say vitamin?
Not unless you're asking. Yeah. Yeah, no, I had a good time in Michigan last year. Or was that last year?
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. 2 years ago, I had a good time in Michigan.
Yes. Did you have a good time while I was gone? Did you celebrate my arrival?
I did celebrate your absence. I celebrated your absinthe.
The drink. Why did you celebrate that? Do you not like when I'm here?
I was so glad that you were gone, and I couldn't find the words to express how happy
What are you looking at right now?
Made me.
You're looking like in the corner of. You're like looking at a wall.
I just decided I wanted to see what it would be like if I just looked where the mic is pointed.
This is a nightmare. If you were to ever talk to me like that, just in general. Yeah. Like, it's different when there's something going on.
Yeah.
Or like you're looking at someone, but you're not. You're just looking away from me right now.
Yep.
I'll take a picture and put it on the Instagram. No, I won't.
Welcome to our podcast.
So as I was saying, that was a good joke. If you were here, you might have thought it was funny.
We could just do the rest of the podcast. That'd be bad.
Podcast away from the mic. You do anything interesting? I don't have many stories. I really just kind of chilled up there and didn't do much besides eat fish.
Roll. The Wade.
No. We can't talk about her.
So anyway, I bought an accordion.
I see it there. It's
right over there. We just talked about it, but let me tell you about it a little bit.
Go ahead and spit that in my eyes.
So I had decided that, I guess I don't think that we mentioned this before. I guess we wouldn't have had it, but yeah, I don't know. We're getting gone. You want to talk about that? Job time's getting gone.
You wanted to talk about that?
I don't really want to talk about that, but I feel like it's important for the setup of this story.
Well then, yes.
So briefly, I'll just say that where we're working is they're shifting their focus a little bit
on not being
on not place. Having us hired there.
Shifting their focus. I think business strategy going forward is this was a board meeting. They had us all in, me, you, the whole crew, all 250 employees. They had us all sit down in one boardroom, crowded, and
donuts, bagels.
Well, I don't know what that is.
Snacks.
They were there. Yeah, they had snacks. Thank you. The owner, we'll call him Bill.
Russian. We'll call him Bill.
We'll call him Russian Bill. Russian Bill sat us all down. He was like, so for, you're fired.
Yeah, so anyway, we're losing our jobs on Wednesday.
That's so sad to not have a job, everyone. If you want to give me a job, go ahead.
So, like, I was thinking to myself, well, I had seen this accordion already, and I was like, I kind of want that real bad because I collect musical instruments and keep telling myself I'm going to learn to play them.
I mean, what makes you think that?
Nothing.
I'm looking around this room and I see maybe one.
Yeah, maybe one instrument.
Maybe one instrument.
Maybe one.
You know, a collection starts at 16.
Maybe one Kenobi.
Do you have 16 instruments in this room?
In this room, No, but in this room,
Yes.
I see. Let me think.
Now we're
1,
playing
2,
I Spy on the
3,
podcast.
4, 5, 6, 7.
We should do
8,
that.
9, 10.
Next week.
11.
Next week. Tune in next week's episode when we play I Spy.
I think I have 11 instruments in here, so I don't quite make it.
You didn't count the swords.
That's true. Instruments of death.
That's where I was going.
But yeah, so I saw this accordion, and it's been on my bucket list for instruments that I want to buy. And I don't know if y'all out there price accordions much, but they can be real expensive. A cheap one is like $500, and I wanted to get like a fancy kind of like nice one. So
You gotta be careful before you turn me on.
I saw that this is like a pretty old looking accordion, and it looks like it's in really good shape. Like the main thing that I was looking for was the the part that folds, the foldy cloth part. I should know the terms.
Part the folds.
But
no wind to fold it.
no wind to play the notes, no wind to fold it. You gotta. Anyway, so I
It's the end of the song.
There are a couple buttons that are stuck, so it's constantly playing the same chord, which is a little upsetting. But I think I can fix that.
Have you tried sticking your finger in it?
Nah.
All right.
No.
You should get rid of it.
But they had $150 on it, and I was like, that seems really good. That seems like a really good price. So I looked into it a little bit. I couldn't find a whole lot of information about this particular accordion. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit on it and think about it. And then I found out that we weren't going to have jobs. And I was like, well,
time to buy it.
I better buy that.
Time to spend my money.
Yeah, but I was like, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until our last day, and if it's still here on our last day, and I still feel like it's worth it to me, I'll get it. And if it's not here, then whatever. And if it is here and I don't think I should get it, whatever. But anyway, so randomly I saw that the owner of the booth that had the accordion in it was there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to him. And I convinced him to sell it to me for $100, and that was good for me. That was good for me. I'm sure it's worth more, quite a bit more. But I normally don't like to talk people down unless I feel like it's like they're trying to rob me money. Mm-hmm. But I don't feel bad because the guy seemed like a little bit of an asshole after the whole thing went down, and I was
it's his fault.
I was like, I don't.
No, it's his fault. It's $100.
He got real upset with me because I
kissed him.
So I was trying to grab the accordion, which, like, first of all, his booth was like so stuffed with things that you have to like move stuff to get to stuff, and I don't think that's a great practice already. But anyway, so I was moving furniture to get to it after we had talked about it and he had agreed to 100. And I moved a piece of furniture and then I started to grab the accordion. What I didn't know was that he started to grab that piece of furniture. So in the corner of my eye, I just see it moving and I think that it's falling. So I keep one hand on the accordion and I grab the furniture and he's like, "What are you doing?" I am making sure, like, I'm moving this and like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't fall. I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were grabbing it. I just didn't want your stuff to break. And he's like, "Well, I don't give a shit if my stuff breaks." And I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean anything by it." And then, like, also earlier on when I was trying to like buy the accordion, he was like, "Well, you're not just going to go sell it online, are you?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Well, it seems like you might be doing that." And I'm like, "No, I just really want an accordion. I'm sorry." And like, I totally understand being frustrated with someone trying to talk you down on price. It was just like, there were a number of things like that made me very uncomfortable. And so I was like, I don't feel bad that I'm getting this for a steal. The
second he would raise his voice with me, I would forget that accordion existed. The second he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, leaving.
Yeah, I almost did. I
not.
But he had already
involved.
like written up the price tag and like he was getting ready to hand it to me. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna take this. I'm gonna go. But it's really unfortunate because since then I've seen him twice and he's talked to me twice and I've been like, I don't want to know you.
Have you proposed yet?
Yeah. he said,
Yeah.
he said, "Mate, I'll let you know."
Man, I'll let you know. That's the funniest way to respond.
I'll hit you up later. But you know, it was even worse than this though, because apparently this person was his wife that I saw earlier. I had made eye contact with someone that was over by the booth, and it turned out that it was his wife. And then she like looked at me and like made this face like she was very uncomfortable and very scared because I was looking at her.
Was your dick out this whole time? Why were they so mean to you?
I don't know. But I thought that she thought I was creeping on her by the way that she like reacted.
Saw your dick out of your pants.
So I was like, oh no. So I wasn't gonna go over there, but then she was gone and he was there, so I went over and talked to him. But then when she came up later and I found out she was his wife, I was like, this is so awkward. I was hoping that she wasn't involved with this booth. This is so weird now. I was just looking over there because I thought that they were bringing stuff in, so I wanted to see if I could talk to the guy that had the accordion. You know, that was the accordion was my one thing, and I have it.
Were you grabbing it there? Is that what
Grabbing
you're doing? Grabbing that accordion.
Grabbing it.
Grab the accordion by
Grabbing it. Come give me a hug.
50 Cent says, "Come give me a hug." Here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him in the studio. 50 Cent. He's so good at piano. Doing a great job, 50. May I call you Mr. 50?
50.
God, he's got bad gas.
50. But yeah, so that was part of my week.
So you bought an accordion, now you have an accordion.
Bought an accordion, got an accordion.
So now you're going to update. The show's going to improve once that accordion improves.
So what's new with you?
This is the silent part of the episode.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. The sleepy episode.
We have a moment of silence, please.
Shh, 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 shh.
What were you going to do with that?
I was just gonna.
That's the sound of... What were you asking? You asked me if I did anything else this week?
Yeah, you got anything going?
Man, maybe I went to Toledo.
Maybe.
I didn't go to Toledo. But fun fact, this isn't interesting to tell on a podcast. I don't know if I want to... It's not... I was going to talk about my trip to Michigan on how it like took me through Ohio for no reason.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, go through Ohio today. And it didn't on the way back, and it didn't tell my sister to do that. And I was like, why?
That's weird.
Why? It said there was slow down on traffic jam.
It said slow down.
It told me to slow down. Go to
You're
Ohio.
going to slow down.
Yeah, but other than that, I haven't really done much. Before this episode, I was like, I got plenty to talk about. I mean,
you were like, I got a fish in the barrel. I'm going to talk about the fish.
I don't have a fish in the barrel.
And then you took it away. You took it away.
Took it away now. You do anything else this week? Oh, God.
That's bad, isn't it?
It's 50 cents high note. Look at this.
This is supposed to sound like an accordion, and I don't think it does. Well, a little bit. Yeah, I got to give it a little more credit than I was, but...
Why don't you do... Oh shit. It's good to be back. We're gonna have to cut parts of this episode out because I'm gonna say the bad word right now.
Okay.
booty.
Boo.
God, who listens to this
Booty.
part? This is the 10th episode.
Yeah, episode 10, guys.
We made it. Can you believe it? I forgot I wanted to say something at the beginning of this episode, and I didn't remember to do that. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. This is the last time I'm going to say it's the 10th episode.
We said when we started out that this was going to be the last 10th episode. Before we recorded that first episode, we said that 10 episodes from now, it'll be the last 10th episode.
When we first started this podcast, the first thing I said to Tim was like, Tim, sit down. We're going to have our 10th episode on this episode.
Do you think that's a good idea for us to have our 10th episode on there?
I'm doing visual funny bits, and they don't come across, I think. Let us know in the comment section below. Let us know in the comment section below if you like my podcast.
Yeah, let us know. Or don't. Don't talk to us, or do. Talk to us. Please, talk to us. Talk to us right now. Please talk to us. Please talk to us right now.
I'm trying so hard. I'm trying to talk to you right now. I'm trying so hard to talk to you right now. I'm trying. You
give me a hug.
Give me a hug. We also went and saw, we didn't talk about this on the podcast, we got to see a concert together the other day. Guster's a band. You can listen to them on Spotify or Premium.
Yep, we saw him in Nashville.
Or Premium.
Oh, man.
Give me a hug.
And it was a great concert. They played with the Nashville Symphony Orchestra, which was super dope.
Beautiful, beautiful sound. Felt like an old man in a heart of gold.
There was a really funny part where the lead singer got off the stage and just walked through the crowd, but the mic had a cord and it was not convenient for anyone.
I don't know if that is as funny, like telling, because I was telling my parents that on vacation, and they didn't think it was funny. I was like, I swear to God, you had to see it.
But it was so funny.
Not only that, but the seats we were in, it was like a symphony hall seats, so it wasn't like there was a lot of space between to like walk through. And he was walking through like you're excusing yourself to go use the restroom in a movie theater. Like shoulders high, arms up, like excuse me. I think at some point he said like excuse me.
Did.
He
Yeah.
was
like in between lyrics for the song, he was like being like, "Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna."
No one was standing. No one was standing up.
Yeah,
except for a couple people who would be like, "Yeah, high five."
Oh, it was really good, and he hugged a person. It was weird, and then it was so funny because there was a guy on stage that was having to like feed him more wire. He was like frantically running around trying to get it to where he could like get it over people's heads and stuff. It was great.
I think he was a roadie, but he was also halfway a part of the band because they would sometimes give him a maraca. And he would play that only, and it was so funny.
It was good. Yeah.
It was like, you don't even have to be there for it. I don't even hear it.
Yeah. No, honestly, I always think that's really funny. Like, what the hell just happened?
Sorry, I just got scared. I just got scared that there was a mic.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
Sorry if I ruined your flow.
I don't even remember. Oh, yeah. I don't know why they even immediately. Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh, that was just for me.
That was just for you too.
So I don't know. Like, you might be able to hear some of that stuff on live recordings. But like, I've been to a number of concerts where there are things like that, where it's like, oh, this person's playing like this instrument and with this part, but it's like the way it's mixed, there's no way you're going to be able to hear that. So what's even the point? But I don't have a problem with it. I just think it's funny because it's like I can never hear that.
I like pointing at them. I like randomly just pointing.
But then I guess on the same token, there were parts where I couldn't really hear the orchestra and they were playing, so that's fine.
100% of parts I couldn't hear what he was saying.
Oh, yeah, no.
When he would talk, he'd be like,
but I was gonna like say, like, part of that I think is because you set up a microphone settings a little differently for singing than you do for like speaking. So it probably had some effects on it that like would have been difficult to reset just in between the songs.
Use your theater voice, bruh. take the mic away and just yell at us.
I'll get right on that. I think it would have been a lot easier to hear what he was saying if everybody would have just not screamed every time he talked. Because every time he talked, they were like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah."
That was funny. They go, "Wow, yes, Ryan." I don't even know if that's his name.
But oh yeah, but I was gonna say it was kind of a weird atmosphere because it was in a concert hall, and so most of the time everybody was sitting, and it was like kind of quiet because like it's a concert hall and there's an orchestra playing. It kind of feels like you're not supposed to be all like up and like singing and going. I didn't mind it, and like people were still singing along and clapping and, you know, cheering and stuff like that still happened. It was just less than you would have, and like everybody sat for most of the concert, so just kind of different.
People would say like I would hear people say they hated sitting concerts like that, like sitting in a hall, and I always defended it. But after this one, I was kind of like, yeah, maybe standing, but like the option to stand, you know what I mean? Like, it's a standing one, or you could go lay a blanket out far away and listen. Honestly, that's what I would do.
Like, one of my preferred venues that I've been to, well, I like outdoor concerts for one thing.
Outdoor concerts are the best in the whole wide world.
But I really I saw a concert at the Yum Center in Louisville, and it was pretty good because of the way the seats are laid out. You can stand, and you're not typically obstructing someone's view unless you're just like real tall. So that's nice. Because of just everything's laid out in such a way, it's such a steep angle that you can still see pretty well. So I liked that because like you said, I don't want to necessarily have to stand the whole time, but you know, it's nice to be able to.
This episode is brought to you by Standing.
This episode, welcome back.
I actually do have an ad read for us. I didn't tell you about this. No, you didn't
tell me about that.
Yeah. So I got in touch with my good friend RJ John podcast.
RJ John.
He told me to read this off, I believe. He wrote it down.
I'm ready for it.
He sent it to me.
I don't know if I'm on board with it because I have a feeling that RJ's got some ideas.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like
I'm ready for it.
I mean, he just sent this to me over text, so I'm not. I think he means the best.
Yeah, of course.
I imagine he just has a hard time getting it out, like what he's trying to say. From what I heard last week, it was like
I don't know the man, so
yeah, he just kind of talks funny, but I think he'll like write pretty well, at least from what I looked at. So he told me to read this. McDonald's is the best place to get your burger. Go ahead. Sorry. I think that's he misspelled.
No, it's all right. Don't worry. He
misspelled a lot of. Oh no, hold on.
Just power on through. Don't worry.
Okay. McDonald's is the best place to go get a burger. Going to go get the burger. Gone around that about it. The burger. McDonald's has burgers. Go and get a burger at McDonald's. Best for your reading burger time. He sent that to me and he told me to read that as our ad. So yeah,
I'm glad that
thank
he
you
did
for
that
sponsoring
for us.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got that set up.
I don't know either. I think there's a 50% chance that he was lying about something.
Why would he lie about us having a sponsor?
I'm not even sure that McDonald's has burgers. Never been in an establishment that I've witnessed to. That's not true.
I've never been in an
I've witnessed in a McDonald's.
What is your favorite establishment?
I like there's so many.
Schools. That's an establishment.
Yeah, schools established. Schools.
I'm established. You've been inside me.
I'm stabbing.
I'm a stab.
Stab.
Have you ever stabbed anything before?
No. Yes, definitely. Boxes. I've stabbed a lot of boxes with a knife.
You're the type.
Box cutter.
You're the type to stab.
So are you, apparently.
What does that mean?
I mean, I've witnessed you stab things at work a lot.
Well, it's fun. I never knew how fun it was. It might be fun to go around and stab people. Who knows?
Might be. Let's check it out. We'll report back
next week.
episode.
We're going to try stabbing people, and then we're also going to talk about the accordion, and we're also going to talk
the
about
equation.
We're also going to talk about play I Spy.
I spy with my little I spy with my
I Spy with My Little Pony.
Yeah.
How did we gotta work on our lulls.
I like it.
We gotta work on it.
I
Tim.
like the lulls.
You need to get better. You only. You got so sad.
Okay.
I'm doing too many bits that aren't for audio. I keep looking at my microphone and then looking the most scared.
I think we should only do bits that aren't for the audience. Just for us. Just for you and me.
It's so funny to like be on a podcast and then look down at the microphone and not like pretend like you don't know it's there and also like you don't know what it is and it's threatening.
Yeah.
This is the quietest note.
Yeah, so other shit. Yesterday I went to my cousin's 50th birthday party.
You gonna talk about raw meat again?
No. Different cousin. 50 years old.
Different
this man.
cousin, same meat.
Oh, actually, is he my? Yeah, no. Okay, he'd be like a second cousin, same meat.
Second cousin, same meat. That's the name of this episode.
Second cousin, same meat. That's my first cousin. Different meat.
Different meat? What is that?
Second cousin, same meat. It's like a you get like your twice removed and your second cousin, like it's a
same meat.
It's a variation of.
Why do you say same meat when you're related to something?
It's a by blood thing, I guess. I don't know.
In God's way, we're all the same meat.
I'd like to think that it like actually is like this weird family tradition where it's like they buy different meats, and so it's like, well, we give him the same meat. This is the second cousin, but he's on the same meat, and then those guys they get the different meat.
I just like saying that. I think that should be a thing that people say after they introduce someone, if they're related or not related. I think you should just be like, "This is Jonathan, same meat."
Oh,
same meat that you and I have. The same. We're all made of the same meat.
Oh. This is Trisha, different meat.
Why is she different meat? She's an ostrich.
Because she's not related.
That's an ostrich.
Trisha's an ostrich, of course. Oh, okay.
God.
So you're saying all humans, you would say same meat.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like this is my dog, different meat. This is my pet cat, mixed meat.
I just thought of something. It's like, oh, dude, come into my. Dude, have you seen my office setup yet? Oh, dude, come on in. Yeah, dude, I got this organ a while ago. This is my organ. No meat.
So everything that you talk about, you have to like explain whether like the meat. Oh,
That's funny. Oh, meat. What were you talking about again?
Oh fuck. My cousin's birthday. Yeah, his. So I didn't know that they did like these kind of big. I guess maybe it was because it was his 50th, so it's kind of a milestone birthday.
God, 50-year-old cousins.
But yeah, well, he's
old family,
old guy,
old meat.
But yeah, so he they rented out like this this building, and they had like a DJ and shit. So it was like a whole thing, and there were a bunch of people there that I didn't know because they weren't like related. They were just like friends of the family, I guess. But it was just a lot of people, but I got to witness my favorite thing that I've ever seen at one of those, which is my grandma. She's 87, 88, somewhere around there. She's old.
That's
maybe 86.
That's some old.
But anyway, she's old, and she is. Oh man, she's got to be like.
Is this serial grandma?
4'11" or something. No, this is not serial grandma. This is other grandma. Opposite grandma. Opposite grandma.
Same meat.
Opposite grandma. Same meat. Oh. Yeah, she was wearing her fancy clothes.
I'm giving myself
meat.
a headache. Oh fuck.
Oh man.
I need to go back to Michigan.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Anyways, so she's like 4'11" might be taller than she is. I'm not sure. She's short. She's like
4'11's
she's
not tall.
Really short.
That's a real short grandma.
She wears children's shoes because she can't, like, adult shoes don't go small enough for her.
That's what she says.
So yeah.
She's got a kink. Loves children's shoes.
But yeah, and she's getting shorter. She's lost.
Does she get like Velcros and like light ups?
Oh yeah.
Does she really?
Sometimes, yeah. It's
That's
really
so
funny.
Fucking funny.
But
to see an old 87-year-old woman with like light up Skechers.
She's great. I like her a lot.
That's good.
But she's gotten shorter. She might be shorter than 4'11", and she's just going down. She's just getting shorter. But anyway, so she gets up and she's walking like towards the dance floor, and I'm like, is this gonna happen? And it does. And it made me so happy.
What?
She like goes out and just starts dancing.
Just an old lady dancing?
Like she does not like any music after the 50s. And so there's like an 80s like, I don't know. I can't remember the song, but it was like
period.
It was like an 80s heavy synth music kind of song playing.
Not even new.
And it's like going. It's like bumping. And she goes out there and she's just got her arms next to her all tucked up, and she's like bobbing around, and it's really, really cute. It's really funny. And I was a big fan.
Did she lay out the cardboard? Like the cardboard thing, and then start spinning on it?
I wish.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got out the boombox. It was like, put out a tip jar at a family reunion or wherever.
Yeah.
It's real rude. She wants tips.
She's like, yeah, give me some.
That's a dancing grandma.
She's like break dancing the whole
dancing opposite grandma, same meat.
But no, it was like, she is the kind of she was complaining earlier about how the music was too loud and like
and then danced?
And she was like, this is just so loud, and she's like, is this even music? And then she's like, and then she gets up and goes out and dances, and I'm like, what's happening? Like, this is amazing. So that was fun.
Do you think there was anything in between that to where what triggered in her mind was she was like, I don't like the music too, I'm gonna go out and dance now? Do you think it was, did you see her face? Because that's the most telling part. If she was happy to be there, she either changed her mind or something made her happy about being there. But if she was just like grandma face dancing, then she was just trying hard to like the music.
She was smiling, but I think it was because my mom was out there dancing and they were like kind of dancing together for part of it. So I think that's what it was. But
did they throw it back?
Oh, yeah. Oh man, I've been seeing this commercial lately, and I don't know what it's even for. I'm sure it's some sort of skin product, but it's like this really weird dialogue, because it starts out and there's this young woman, probably 20 something, maybe 30 something, and then an older woman, and the young woman says to her, "Grandma, your skin is so soft." And I'm like, no, I don't think that's ever a thing I want to hear you say.
I've seen that. Have you seen the one? There's also one for like this dumb app. There's so many fucking app commercials. There's app commercials that are just
so many apps.
There's so many apps out there that I can't even see them. Where'd they go?
Where are all the apps?
Oh, my eyes were closed.
Wherever.
Well, there's one where there's like a girl, I think you would like it, but it's like, she's like, she's asking her grandma for something. It's got Kathy Bates in it. Kathy Bates is in the commercial for
Really?
yeah, they afforded Kathy Bates. I mean, I don't know what she runs. I don't know anything about that, but she's like, Grandma, I need a thing out of the shed. She was like, don't go in my shed or something. And she goes in the shed and there's like,
my God,
knives
like, is that for
murdering?
like gardenscapes or
yeah,
some shit?
something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen those.
But I was always like, what the fuck? Why is this killer grandma?
Yeah, it's there's like a series of them, and they like, I watched like a video about them because they're so strange that somebody made a video about them. Mm-hmm. But it just tells like this weird story. It's like, you know, you have that one, which is like, what's going on with grandma? Why does she have so many knives? And they're all exactly the same knife. It's not like she's got a collection of like knives. Mm-hmm. It's like she bought the same knife 1,000 times.
Well, you know what that's called? Nine.
And then there's like one where the police are taking her away, and there are just a bunch of them, and it's so strange because the game is literally like one of those. I think it's one of those where you like match up things, mm-hmm. and then that's great. The game.
Another one of those,
but it might not be. But either way, like the game has nothing to do with those commercials at all, which is really funny to me.
Yeah,
it's bad. I think that's bad. I wish that wasn't what happens. But I do find it hilarious.
Do they get money from just the downloading of them? Because that seems to be the strategy.
They must, right? I don't know, but I mean, I think that's the kind of game that has ads on it. So I guess they're just hoping that enough people will download it and like buy other shit that is being advertised.
Sorry, you were you talking? There sounds like there's something else that's going on. Are you doing that? Do you hear that, or am I crazy? I hear something like a minor chord happening. Minor chord, no meat is happening right now. Okay, now it got louder. It got a little louder.
I was keeping them at pretty much the same volume, and then I just fucked it up real bad.
RJ sent me a question.
Okay. I'll send him an answer.
Yeah, it was specifically for you. I don't know what this means because I didn't get to listen to the full episode last week.
Don't talk to me.
I don't know what to do.
Talk to me again. Talk to me again now. Talk to me now. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Oh God. He sent this. He said he had a question specifically for you. He said, "What is the number that's got what? What is the number that's got the line up here? I don't even know what that means. The line up here?
Yeah, I think he's talking about a 7.
The line up here and then the line like that.
Is what he think it's a 7.
He literally just sent that to me right now.
Just tell him it's a 7.
You want me to tell him it's a 7?
Tell him it's a 7.
Are you sure it's a 7? He just said the line up here. I don't care.
Just tell him it's a 7.
Okay. Do you want me to text him on the podcast or you want me to text him later?
You can tell him now.
Okay. What's that? This is the part of the podcast where we improvise. Yeah. A man asked me for money today.
What'd you say to that?
Well, I'm gonna give you.
A man asked you for money.
A man asked me for money today, and he said,
"Did he have the same meat?"
Same meat.
Same meat.
Pretty sure.
Same meat.
No
he wanted money, no meat.
God, that's funny. I was gonna pull out of a McDonald's parking lot, eating the chicken, and he walked like right behind my car, and I was like, "This is interesting." I do have to back out, and so I waited, and then he said something. He looked at me and said something. I was like, "Oh, gotta roll the window down." And I rolled the window down, and he immediately lifts up his shirt and shows me the nastiest scar, and and I was like, "Oh God." Didn't ask. I didn't even. No one said anything yet. Besides, you mumbled words to me to get me to roll down my window, and then you showed me your scar that still had like stitches in it and everything.
Oh yeah. And yeah.
Then he said a bunch of words in a row. It was like, "Give me food. Give me money for food." You didn't say. You just said, "I'm like hungry," and then I gave him change and stuff, but like the first thing he did was lift up his shirt, and I was like, "Am I gonna die?" I'm gonna die by looking at this man's scar. And I was like, "You didn't need to prove anything. I didn't need to see it.
No, it was
I didn't need to see what I saw today."
Well, that's fun. I thought that you were gonna say
my mic scared me again. I'm sorry.
I thought you were gonna say that like he like had like an open wound that was like I was like obviously what scary. Happened was like that's uncomfortable, but I was expecting like a lot worse for some reason. I was like, oh my God, he's like actively bleeding.
Well, you know why you were expecting a lot worse is because why would I bring up something less than that on a podcast?
I mean, I think it's an interesting story.
This mic needs to stop spooking me. What's the sound? What's the... What's the sound at right now?
Accordion.
That's still accordion? Can you give me something new? Something new that you haven't tried yet. This episode's brought to you by Fart Time in a Bottle.
This is banjo.
That certainly is banjo. It's like you. That was the banjo equivalent of a basketball falling. Oh God. I think the boss is coming. Like the final boss of something. Kind of. Oh. Who listens to this part? Do you think people...
Yeah, somebody's like rapidly hitting the 15-second. Somebody's taking the 15-second. They're just like... Anyway, so welcome back.
Welcome back to you
12,
who skipped
12 time, 11 time.
12 time, 11 9.
Yeah, whoever's listening to this that skipped to this part so that they could hear us talking again, welcome back.
Yeah, psych.
I hope that you are of the same meat.
I hope that you are of age.
So if you're not of the same meat, are you like, are you an alien?
I don't want to discuss that any further. I don't think it needs.
Are you from space? Are you from
space? Aliens would be different meat. Oh my God, is that an alien here? Holy shit. It's an alien here. Do you come in? I think you got something in your throat, buddy. Oh my God. It's coming through on our systems right now. I hear it. Do you come in peace?
No.
That's the rest we hear. That's scary. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't want to hear that. I don't like the banjo.
I don't like you.
You don't like me?
Yeah, get out of here.
Oh God, on the podcast?
Thank you.
You're gonna kick me out?
Thank you for leaving.
No.
I'm gonna need you to go.
I look down and I'm not in the room anymore.
Oh man, that would be crazy for me to just like tell you that right now on the podcast. Thank God I wouldn't do that.
No, it's not. All right.
All right. Well, how you been? How's it going?
I'm going places, I'll tell you that. Trying to find
Now it sounds like a harpsichord.
trying to find a job, trying to find a lover to be my job.
Yeah, I want a lover to be my job.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, you're a sex mama.
It's my favorite Loverboy song. Is a lover to be my job.
You're a scrambled daddy.
You could say that. My eggs are a bit scrambled.
Who wrote that song? Lover to be my job.
I believe I didn't know we were going to go back to that.
Oh, we're always going to go back.
No.
That's wrong.
What is that?
Violin.
That's not.
That's kind of a little bit.
What would you do if I like unearthed these curtains here and there was a man staring at you?
I'd be real scared. I wouldn't be into that at all.
Is that like the scariest thing to you? Do you get scared?
I mean, I don't know if that's the scariest thing because there are so many things, but that's pretty scary.
There are so many things.
That's pretty scary, man.
I think that would scare me the most out of it. I think,
but I mean, that's scary. But the reason that I can't say that that's the scariest for me is because it'd be scarier if you didn't reveal that to me and like it was revealed to me because he just burst through the window. You know?
I guess.
I think that's scarier.
Yeah. I would be in too much shock to think scared.
Like,
I think I'd be shocked.
Through the window, opens the curtain.
And says, how you guys doing? I heard you guys recording a podcast.
Welcome back.
Is this Chronic Nonsense? Big fan. Bye.
Thanks for joining us.
Big fan. Bye.
He just walks away.
Long time listener, first time window breaker.
Oh, man. For any of you all out there that want to be our first time caller, you're going to want to email us at chronicnonsensepodcast@gmail.com.
Do you think I should call someone for our 10th episode?
I think that's a great idea.
Do you think that's a great idea?
I think that's the best idea.
Who should I call? One of our friends? Nobody.
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 I don't know who would be a good call. I feel like we always gravitate towards the same ones. You know, it's like, oh, here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny. Do you want to do that though? Like, do you want to like pause for a second and like find someone I can call to plant? Do you want to like? Is there a way to pause on that, or do you want to? Do you feel like you want to do that, or do you want to? Because I think it'd be good to. We didn't talk about this previously, but I think it'd be good to call someone on the 10th episode. It's such a landmark of achievement that we should call someone and make them congratulate us on our 10th episode. But like someone who, yeah. Are you there? I think we're breaking up right now. I can't hear you anymore. Tim, speak to me if you're listening. Or what's that? It's the calling section of the show. It's our 10th episode, so I'm gonna give I think they got it. I think they got it. No, I think they got that. He's dead. No. God, they get it. It's the end of the intro song. I get it. They know we're calling people now. Okay, so I was thinking I'd call my good. So for the first time in a while, our friend from high school texted me a while ago.
A while ago?
No, like
for the first time.
A few days ago for the first time in a while, and his name's Ethan. I'm going to give him a phone call on the show. You ready, Tim?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready.
Okay.
Too close to the mic.
Let's hope he doesn't say anything. Yeah. Let's hope he picks up. Oh, my God. not going to hear that. Well, come on, man. He's going to be like, why are you calling me?
Yeah. That's what we want, though. That's the energy that we're trying to bring. We're trying to bring the energy of what?
Your call has been forwarded to the automated voice messaging system.
All right. Well, we'll try next time.
8.
Tune in on the 20th episode when we try to call our friend Ethan again. This has been the calling section of the show. Play this. Oh, fuck. Oh, I really thought it was going to be... Oh my God. Guys, you've been listening to chronic nonsense about that.
You've been listening to us.
Where are we at, actually?
56 minutes.
56?
56 minutes.
You got anything you want to do for
Probably more like 57 minutes if you don't want to be scared.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Do you have anything planned for that was going to be my final bit of the show to like wrap us up, and then he never answered.
God. Oh, shit.
I think we should do I think we should have a heart to heart right now.
A heart to heart. Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
Heart to heart.
So, Tim, I think you gotta say it louder sometimes.
Okay.
But not loud enough to hear.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try it.
Are you okay with that information? Are you going to go home and cry about it in your bed? Asleep next to your Tia girlfriend?
What?
You're going to cry to her about what I gave information about that to you?
Next to you.
Okay, you only got next to... Out of all the things...
I'm probably going to cry about it. I don't feel very good about what you just said, so I'm going to have to say something hurtful to you.
I know, this is heart to heart.
Let me tell you things about how I think that you've been performing.
Okay.
If you fucking do a thing on the podcast again...
This wasn't about podcast,
I'm going to do the podcast again. I'm going to make you do the podcast again.
You're going to make me do the podcast again?
I'm going to make you do the podcast again. That's your punishment.
What does that mean? Like I come back next week?
I'm going to punish you by doing the podcast again.
I'm going to come back next week and do the... No, you just said you're going to do the podcast again.
Yeah, I'm going to do the podcast. We're going to... That's your punishment.
You're saying all that with the biggest smile on your face.
You have to do the podcast again.
You know, in a heart to heart, I wouldn't
This is your punishment.
This isn't punishing to me, so you're...
Oh, God damn it.
That hurt.
Yeah, you're going to regret having done that. And your punishment's going to be having to do the podcast again. That's bad if it's like, oh, we don't enjoy the podcast, so doing it's a punishment.
I mean, we made it all the way to 10 episodes.
All the way to 10. That was the goal.
The goal when we... What is our goal? Do you have one?
1,000.
Do you want to talk about that? 1,000 what? 1,000 episodes?
1,000.
I don't know what 1,000 means. Is that the number with the line at the top?
Followers.
1,000 followers.
No. Episodes.
I would love 1,000 followers.
I'd like to make $1 off of this. $1. And I would like to make it to 10 years. That's too many years.
10 years doing this?
That's too many to hope for.
I don't hate the idea. We made it to 10 episodes. Why can't we make it to 10 years?
Yeah, they're similar. This year's almost over.
It's July. So, no. No, it's not.
Well, I mean, we've been doing the podcast for almost a year.
2 months. But 10 episodes is way more than a year, is what I was told.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening.
What? I'm not done.
Oh, shit. Are we going to have more hearts?
Yeah, I wanted more heart.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me get ready.
What did you just do right there?
I was getting ready.
You just turned around in your seat and then turned back around and literally didn't do anything.
Thank you.
Well, it wasn't a compliment. It was an observation. So let's get that straight. Now you got a... That looks like Batman, I believe. That's a Batman toy. You're holding him up to the microphone. And he's... Okay. All right. You just hit his head. And then you just whispered, "I'm Batman," into the microphone while holding a Batman toy. Okay, I'm guessing that you're trying to be him. When I was wanting to have a heart-to-heart, I didn't have this in mind, and now you got Ant-Man, it looks like.
Joker.
Oh, sorry, Ultron.
Joker. Joker.
That's definitely not the Joker.
Joker's back.
It looks like C-3PO if he was sexy in red.
Joker, I'm going to take you down. Joker, you're going to get caught.
You're going to get caught.
Oh, Batman, I'm going to catch you.
I mean, he can't say he's going to kill you.
The police are going to catch you.
The police. Batman's just a tattletale. He just like holds them still till the police comes.
Joker's gonna get. Police are gonna get you.
Joker, we finally meet again. You. I know you're gonna hate when the police get here. Is that Batman still?
It's Joker.
That's the worst.
I'm the Joker. We're gonna get you. I'm gonna kiss you, Joker.
Oh my god! What a show! What a show we had planned.
What
all
else?
of it.
What else do you have for me? What else you got?
Thank you so much for listening to my podcast with Tim, my good friend. You can follow us on Chronic Nonsense
And
Pod
Daylen.
at Chronic Nonsense Pod at Instagram and Cronsense on Twitter. We have a Chronic Nonsense Podcast at gmail.com. If you want to send us emails to tell us what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, we might talk about it on the podcast.
Tell us what we're doing.
Give us your phone number. We might call you in 10 episodes on the 20th episode of this
20th
podcast.
episode, we're gonna call everybody in our phones.
I'm not going to remember that, but
Most of the people.
unless I remember, please share this also. If you really enjoy it, it would mean the most to share, because that's how we can get our voices heard, and that's how we could possibly be able to pay,
have a good time.
Yeah, get sponsors on the show. And if we get sponsors, that means we can, like, we could branch out and start doing like visual stuff. We could, improve our YouTube channel more and like
Actually have things on it.
yeah, and like we could have a whole video aspect to the show, which we don't have yet.
We might try and do things on social media.
And now that we recently lost a job, getting paid for this would be very wonderful. But
It would be upsetting and not realistic.
It wouldn't be upsetting, or it wouldn't be realistic. But wouldn't be happening without your guys' support. So thank you so much for the few of you who do listen, or the handful of you that do listen. Right now I'm getting a call from Ethan, but he missed his chance. It looks like it's he'll get his chance on the 20th episode.
Hello.
Sorry, you're going to have to wait till the 20th episode, Ethan. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. Just hung up.
All right.
Please
like and subscribe.
like and subscribe.
Smash that button.
And thank you for listening.
Thank you for swishing.
Ethan's gonna miss
Ethan's
your-
gonna want to have been here.
He's gonna
He's gonna miss you like he's never heard it before.
thank you guys.